U.S. Defense Secretary makes major U-turn on China and hopes for Beijing reconciliation. The Defense Secretary will make his first visit to China this week, and speaking on his plane as he travels to Asia, he claimed points of disagreement will be avoided during the talks with Chinese leaders and that he will tell Beijing he is ready to listen. Mr. Mattis said, "I want to go in right now without basically poisoning the well at this point. I'm going there to have a conversation. I do not want to immediately go in with a certain preset expectation of what they are going to say. I want to go in and do a lot of listening." According to officials, one of the main topics in the Sino-American talks will be the role that China can play in the denuclearization of North Korea. The Defense Secretary's more diplomatic approach is justified by the U.S. administration recognition of China playing a crucial role in the negotiations with North Korea. Less than a month ago, Mr. Mattis disinvited China from a multinational exercise in the Pacific, in retribution for Beijing putting weapons systems on man-made islands in the South China Sea. And days later he publicly threatened Beijing, stating if militarization continued there would have been much larger consequences in the future. However, a senior U.S. official said the defense minister will not touch any irritants during the talks with China. Instead, the U.S. official said the goal of the conversation is to have higher quality talks about the two countries' military relationship. While in Beijing, from Tuesday to Thursday, Mr. Mattis will meet with senior Chinese defense officials and perhaps meet with Chinese President Xi Jinping. The 4-day trip will also take Mr. Mattis to South Korea, where he will hold talks with Minister of National Defense Song Young-moo, and to Japan, where he plans to meet with Minister of Defense Itsunori Onodera. The meetings are aimed at reassuring South Korea and Japan the U.S. remains committed to regional security after Trump announced at the summit with Kim Jong-un in early June the U.S. would stop joint military exercises it routinely conducts with South Korea. By improving its relationship with Beijing, the U.S. believes it could better prepare for any problems and be able to coordinate more effectively with China. This is Mr. Mattis' first trip to China, both personally and as Defense Secretary.